And welcome back to this game here at Mount Smart. We've got the under 15 nine-a-side. We're into the second half. It was an exciting little first half given the weather. But I hope you had that time to go grab yourself a nice warm drink, tea, Milo, coffee, whatever's warm, just keep you warm on this cold night because it's very cold out here, and especially for these players to slide along this wet, cold grass. But that's the great thing about the great game, is that there's nothing better than getting out there and getting yourself dirty and wet and mouldy.
Just as long as you're not drinking Todd Carney's beverage, you'll be right. The Maroons with the footy now, kicking off, running from west to east. The Blues will be hoping to hold on to the footy there. Solid crunch. They'll get up and give each other a kiss after that as well, being friends and all. Don't forget St. Paul's going up against St. Paul's. And the ref calling a knock on there. Some hard defence to kick off the second half, Joel.
I think that they've gone on at half time, had a little talk to each other and said, who is it that wants to have those bragging rights tomorrow at school? And the Maroons team has come out firing. And I was even more impressed to see Star Tor coming flying in for their first hit. He's been impressive tonight. He's spotted some gaps. He's weaseled his way through a few gaps. And now he's shown that he can defend as well. Maybe a player to watch there.
That's right, mate. What we might need to mention is, even though this might be a nine-a-side format, under 15s, there's no weight restriction. So, I mean, the boys at 15, they've already got goatees, some of our Polynesian and Māori boys, and they're built like brick houses. Hey, a well-deserving opportunity with the football. The Blues have now looking to put the ball down into the Maroons' half and put some pressure on and hopefully gain a turnover.
Yeah, given that there is 20 minutes here per half, not like the nines that you saw earlier on in the year with the NRL teams. You got 20 minutes. These players are going to get tired, and it just kind of showed there a bit of adrenaline has kicked in, and it somewhat led to that little knock-on at the scrum.
If you didn't know, we've got a wahine with the reins here this evening. Nice to have women in rugby league, and a good opportunity to be out in the middle messing it with the boys. Slowly the crowd's coming to support their favoured. Not playing the ball square. Simple mistake. I mean, even though they might be under 15, there's still plenty to learn from these St. Paul's boys, and the coaches will be dreading those simple mistakes on offer for our Maroons team to capitalise on.
Well, once again, our little young Star Tor came up with a big hit, and maybe really is a star to watch out for in the future.
Very much so, Joel. I look forward to seeing his development. We have our big second rower here for the Maroon squad, PJ Tualima. Two-pass centering it up from the Maroon squad with Tyrone Ona-Murphy with the footy now. 15 metres out, centre field. Halves are doing well directing their traffic. Directing their forwards, excuse me. Back to zero, possibly. Doesn't look like it. I mean, he was almost chipping for himself there, our half, Sione Ngahe, excuse me, Theodore Maui. He's not afraid to take the ball to the line, and that's very nice signs to see from such a young footballer.
Well, actually, look at the size of the guy. He's almost as wide as he is tall, but obviously he's got some skill set, and he's got a good mind on him. He tried with that little grubber, and they've actually got another repeat set here from a mistake.
4 gone in the second half here at Mount Smart Stadium number 2. Even though the footy and the ground might be wet, they're still keen to flick the ball around. Displayed, of course, in the NRL 9s format earlier on this year. St. Paul's with the ball now. A big skip pass from one of the front rowers. Shaping up his winger. Ja Zikia Lema. Goes in just as about the rain is falling. 22-12, almost running away with it. These Queenslanders here this evening, we can't have that. Looking for a whitewash next Wednesday, aren't we, Joel?
Yes, we are looking for a whitewash, but maybe this is where the Maroons here at St. Paul's are wanting to give one back. Maybe that's how they're split. They're chosen. Which team do you support? And all these Maroons boys saying, no, they're angry. They want to represent that colour. And even though we're not involved in that New South Wales, oh, sorry. into the state of origin, and we love it down here in New Zealand.
We'll definitely be pretty enthusiastic for an opportunity for the state of origin to come here in Aotearoa, where a possible North Island could go up against the South Island, where no doubt some patriotic fans will be looking to do their thing. Excuse me, I've been speaking Māori for a few years now, and just having the English language being a must to paint pictures for our viewers this afternoon. Anyway, back to the action. The Blues with the footy now. Centre field. Little dart at a dummy half before he takes it to the line and offloads to one of his back rowers. Out on the left end edge now, the Blues. Man. I mean, the boys are used to holding the footy with one hand in dry conditions, but tonight I think, a bit of advice from these two Sable teams to hand over to their tuakana, their older brothers playing in the under 85 finals, would be just to hold the ball always with two hands, even when you're playing the footy as well. It's that important.
I think also they've got a proper official officiating their game here, as opposed to schoolyard footy where they say, no, I didn't drop it. And we just carry on and let things go. And I see Dredden Sorensen did make a little mistake there, but maybe the ball shouldn't have been pushed out wide.
That's right, and here we go. It's just as much as these players are getting analysed through footage that we've got, no doubt the ref will be getting analysed as well, so she doesn't want to let anything slide, and she's done a good job so far.
Talking about your teaching, you're out there at Tahu Primary. So of course you're breeding the young lot. Everyone's looking for a new Roger Tuivasa check out of Otahu. You seen any young talent come out of your school yet?
I'd just like to thank the Auckland Rugby League, who had a sort of Southern Zone school competition last week. Our boys from the Otahu grade took an under 45 kg squad out there, and we come fifth. So I haven't seen the Roger Tuivasa check as yet, but league is still strong in the Otahu community and, of course, in the South Auckland community. Just as strong as some of these boys out here. So it's exciting times for the development of rugby league here in Aotearoa, and we look forward to providing you more coverage here online.
Well, just like you said before, you breed them, not buy them. So you just breed them for everyone else to buy them. Hopefully it's just up to the Warriors come through. But the ball's coming through, and finally the Blues are showing some sort of shape. And they're not trying to force the ball. They're just playing simple. And Seal getting amongst there out wide.
Oh, tough luck. Hint of a forward pass there. They had numbers on the left-hand edge, did the Blues squad. But, geez, eagle eye on the spot. Our referee not missing a thing.
Yeah, it must be hard for the fans, all their schoolmates. Because who are they supporting? Are they supporting their mates, their best friends at school? Because who do they say, no, that was a forward pass? Because in league, we like to have one eye as we go. But that one, I actually thought it went backwards. I thought that she could have let that carry on. But, hey, that's up to her.
That's right, mate. And I think our referees and our officials at this sort of level of play, they won't be mic'd up. So that was her call from the middle. She hasn't missed a thing this evening. The Maroons with the footy now, getting a little piggyback out of their half. It would have been actually nice to see the St. Paul's Blue squad go over to try and sort of even things up as we come to just over 10 minutes to go in this second half. 22 points to 18.
Well, as you know, playing in the wet weather, it can really get to you. Your legs, the grounds feel like cement. You're really trying to drive yourself out of there, and you're trying to get your hands right at the same time. But it would be good to see that Blues, and they did try to show something there in that last set. But it's about this defence now, and just forcing errors and waiting for errors, and then just fight your way back.
It's quite funny to see now, Joel, as we see the two teams line up against each other. Usually we see the defending team compressed, but it's almost the attacking team that's spread. So, that's some strategies that, obviously there's two different coaches taking these boys. Eventually our back starts spreading out. That's the downside on our game. I mean, the milking nowadays is quite shocking. Not as bad as soccer that's happening as we speak in Brazil, but just simple tactics that get coached into these young kids. Hands on the ball, solid defence there from our blue squad as echoed in the stands. Our big prop forward shows some good skills there. Arthur Fraser dishing it on to Lepatoa. Tackle number 2 for the Maroons, 15 metres out. Centre field has our half of the little show and go himself, Theodore Maui. He's been in everything this afternoon. Tackle 3, looking to play the short side. Hooker darting out again. And showing his, held up there. Showing his strength. No doubt some of these kids will already be exposed to physical training. Stacking the short side with a face ball there out to the winger. They showed some good defense holding up the player there in the previous tackle. And have also done well, I think, this time. But, geez, there she goes again. Who would have thought? Calls a forward pass.
Wow, she's the one closest to the action. She's the one getting the best view of this game, and she's doing a great job. And you see the ball going out to Mike Williams. I actually thought that he was going to score. That is fairly simple, but Maui throwing that bullet pass, pretty difficult in this weather. But hey, it was worth a go.
Yeah, that was one for the tapes, I think, there from Maui. But maybe the simple option, just going through their hands there. But I mean, looking at their superstars on TV nowadays, Benji Marshall can throw a big skip pass, and we saw Jared Beale the other day throwing one from the other side of the field, almost like a gridiron pass. But here the blue squad is working their way out of the 20, hoping not to go out. Tackle 1. Mark is commanded to get off. Working well, these Maroon markers. Gently putting him down on the ground. Play on. Yeah, oh. There's no advantage happening here this evening. Just to hold the football will be the cry of the coaches here for the blue squad. No doubt there's some tiresome players out there on the field now, and just lying on the player or not getting back is a good opportunity to get a penalty to get out of their half. But our blue team doing well on the shorthand side. Just gone over the halfway mark just now. Tackle 5. There's nothing worse than giving away a penalty on the last tackle, so St. Paul's Blue will be loving this opportunity to go over again.
Well, it was exactly what the Blues were looking for, just that opportunity to have a repeat set. And now is their chance if they can get, well, there you go, the students in the background, there's some laughs. And this is the awesome thing about St. Paul's. They go to every game, they send their students out, and they have a good little laugh and a chahu out there in the stands, and they're loving this. Oh, and a great little bus. I believe that was, again, that Damon Abbey, is it? Yes, Damon Abbey, just pushing his way through.
The mouldy sidestep straight over the top of him. Not looking to shape left or right, but he shows some good skill there. The Blues on the Maroons line. As we say, fatigue's kicking in. Penalties given way left, right and centre. Or possibly just looking to slow the ball down so the D-line can regroup and shape up again for another whole set of 6, 5 metres out on the western end of Mount Smart number 2. Coverage of the Auckland Rugby League 9-a-side secondary schools under 15s competition here this evening. Just over 10 minutes to go. Sorry, excuse me, 6 minutes to go. Tackle 1. Back slam there. The Undertaker would have been proud of that. That tackle. Nice short ball. He shows some good speed here. No one would catch him. Hey, the linesman's doing quite well, isn't he? 50 plus. 10 to go. Under the black dot. Here's our star this evening. Star Tour goes in once again for the St. Paul's Maroon squad. I mean, I feel for our blue team. They almost had a whole set on the Maroons line. But just that ball handling, Joel, once again has let them down.
Well, it's excellent. Even though we've had Star Tour doing some great things out there. I'm going to talk about one of the hard grafting guys here, and it's the second row, PJ Lima. He came in with a big tackle there, and he's been putting on a few big hits. I'm more surprised with his fitness. He's just stayed out there. He's been running it. He's been making good options, and now that I've seen what he's been doing, man, maybe he's a player to look out for as well. PJ Lima.
That's right, man. And even though it's a 9-a-side format, it seems like we've only been calling 5 of the boys, so it should have almost been 5-a-side. PJ Lima's had a great game. Theodore Maui, Star Toa. And over on the Blues squad, we've had Damon Abbey and Christian Tupo and Lewis Seal doing well for both sides. 28-12 was the score here at Mount Smart Stadium number 2. 5 minutes to go. No doubt each player here are looking to get on the board. There's nothing like scoring a try in the grand final. And that's always remembered, even if it's just to scoop out a dummy half a metre out. His name's still on the card, so no doubt everyone will start being greedy this back end of the game.
Yeah, well, even though they we were talking about bragging rights, and maybe even the coaches having bragging rights in the staff room at Smoko tomorrow. But end of the day, we've got 2 St. Paul's team, and this shows the depth that the school does have, and that they've always had. Even though we've got other schools coming through now, like Kelston, Otahu, and that Mags, yep, with Steve Price there. But St. Paul's still holding up the foundation of Auckland's, and you could almost say New Zealand footy and talent.
Well, we've got a bit of time. I'd like to tease in our next game that we're going to be profiling here at Mount Smart. We've got the Mangere College under 85 squad, which haven't been beaten this year. St. Paul's, obviously, another talented outfit that they're going up against. The Blues with the last opportunity to get on the board. Show some great skill here. Tavira Uilo goes in on the left-hand edge for our Blue squad. Might be a little bit too late, Joel, but 28-16 is the score now. Still with the kick to come. Don't forget it's drop goals here. Even though it might be drop goals, are they 2 points, Joel?
Yeah, well, hey, in the great game, we've seen State of Origin matches, in the past. I mean, Wally Lewis and them have come back and won some great games. This is somewhat their own State of Origin. And, hey, 3 minutes, anything could happen in the great game. That's why it is great.
Anything could happen, for sure. Oh, one of those ones. One of those ones. Just gutted that he's behind, so he just kicks it into his players.
Wow, let's look at this. We've got 2 converted tries that could possibly do it, even though we've got the drop kicks. I'd like to see something exciting really happen here. We've got just under 3 minutes. What's going to happen? Short drop kick, and do the Blues really want it? They haven't really shown that they can go up against this Maroon side, but hey.
We ain't taking nothing away from them. There's certainly been a few players that have put their hand up. Others not as much, but hoia no, kei te pai. Nice drop out here, almost going 50. Looking to force the error down the end. Here the Blues squad from St. Paul's. This man's been awesome this evening. That's PJ Tuiloma Ano. Shaping the short side goes our winger for the Maroons, Ja Lema. Out of dummy half. Power play there, where the simple first receiver takes the ball up. Hammer the call from the Kaitotoko, our supporters. Centre field. Play on. A little knock on there from our Maroons team. St. Paul's Blue with the footy now. Here we go. Simple powers out of the dummy. That's Keo Via. Vea, aroha mai. Hardy. Ref's called held. Told to go back and play the footy. One marker here in this format. 2 pass, looking to center the footy in the middle of the field. Nothing in it, ref, nothing in it, but we can't condone any sort of rough play here this evening as much as the boys would love to. Receiving a penalty with 1 minute to go. Why not go over again? Oi, there we go. Only one way, but forward. That's PJ Toa Lima.
I
Oh, Arthur Fraser. Johnny on the spot there, dealing to one of his best friends. Jeez, it's great to see here this evening. Don't forget, still to come, coverage of the Under-85 final, Auckland Secondary Schools between Mangere College and St. Paul's.
It was actually good to see schoolmate Tyrone Orna Murphy coming in to check on his schoolmate on the blue side, just to make sure he was all right. I don't think it was one of those cocky little arrogant things. He is actually, honestly, seeing how his schoolmate was, that was a hard shot. And these are under 15s. Look at the sizes, like the Maroon side is a much bigger side than the Blues. And maybe in a year or so, there could be some 13, 14-year-olds playing this blue side that next year, maybe they'll be dealing to the Maroons.
Just while we've got an opportunity as this game comes to an end, we'd like to thank all the organisers of this competition, the SAS, the Auckland Rugby League, the competing schools not only in this final here, but the schools participating in Rugby League to promote our game, SAS Sports, the CRL Cup, the winners of the SAS Under-15 9-a-side champions are the Maroons from St. Paul's, going over our Blues from St. Paul's. Funnily enough, 28 points to 16. Thank you to the officials, the ball boys, the mums and dads, and the people that have supported this great game. I've been really pleased with PJ Tuolama, who's received man of the match this evening. Thanks to Stu McPherson and the team that's helped stream this coverage. I hope the viewers at home have enjoyed this game here this evening. A good intro to what's happening later on tonight.
Yeah, it is a good entree, but let's look at this right now. What a beautiful sight to see both sides, all the schoolmates come together, join in, and no doubt they'll probably do their school song. And this is just awesome to see. You can hear all the families in the background giving a good little cheer to their brothers, and here comes their school song, and I'll let them sing it. What a beautiful thing to see and hear there, Lewin. We've got the boys. Some schools do their haka, and then you got schools like St. Paul's, Otahu, a lot of them that'll do their school song, and it's awesome to see. And then even though they've got the energy to sing it after 40 minutes of hard footy, but and no doubt that people have heard that song so many times. And once again, St. Paul's are representing hard.
As they should, this proud Catholic school, St. Paul's, singing together in arms. Brothers in arms here this evening, even though the Maroon squad went over the Blues 28 points to 16. From me and Joel here and the crew providing coverage of this game. Good night.
Yeah, well, we basically just hold up, and we'll be back for this double header, and we've got the next game that's going to be ready to go, and St. Paul's going to represent again against the smaller school of Mangere that aren't necessarily known, but the area of Mangere is very, very strong. So that's going to be an exciting game. And so go grab another hot drink, go feed the kids, or whatever you'll do within this time, and make sure to tune in for that next game of the Under-85s final between St. Paul's and Mangere College.
That looks right, is it? Yeah, but that's the, oh, that's the upload. Yeah, so that's, preview of it before it's being uploaded, but looking at the league page. Just keep filming it, keep recording it though, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
What's our time for the next one?
I'm not actually sure. I'll see if I can find it somewhere.
Is that alright, Stu?
Yeah, mate, that's all good. Yeah. I'm not quite sure why, but it looks like there might have been some streaming
Dropping in
problems.
and out, eh?
Yeah, potentially. I saw a couple of comments on the Facebook page. I'll see if I can find the time, bro.
Warming up, Stu?
Right. So, mate?
Warming up?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Look at this guy. To the changing room.